What's up, YouTube? It's election day, and here I am still sitting on the couch trying to make some money investing in fractional real estate online. I think that's one thing I wanted to mention. Regardless of what's happening in the macro economy, I think there's always going to be these opportunities, and it's not. I think we should continue to be looking for spots where we can just pick up a little bit of extra money whenever we can. And today, I want to just give you a really quick tip on one way that you can do that. This happened to me on this property that I've talked to you about this a few times. If you look at some of my older videos, I've bought tokens of this one a few different times. It shows that I own 16, but I actually own more. The rest are just staked in the liquidity pools, and so they don't show up here. But I had bought my first few tokens at $35 and have slowly averaged down my basis lower than that by buying on these dips. And so that's what I wanted to mention today is one of the things, if there's a property that you own tokens in or that you're interested in and there's no liquidity pool, you really want to pay attention to your emails when one does happen, because every time that a new liquidity pool has shown up, I've found opportunities to either buy tokens or sell tokens, because their pricing is not typically exactly what it had been. So if you look at Odom, it's been tough to buy tokens, anywhere below 35. There was this a couple of purchases at 30, but those were just a couple of trades, and they weren't available to everyone. They were just like, there for a short time. Sorry, I think my camera might have been covering up. Right now it's at 3401. But you can see, the day that a new pool opens, if there's oftentimes there's either people that have been wanting to buy and couldn't, and a whole bunch of them jump in, or as was the case here, you see a whole bunch of sell orders, and it looks like I'm actually the only two buy orders today. So I put all the tokens I already had in the liquidity pool. I went and tried to buy more. And I did buy more, but then that pool it's actually full already. Um, but buying too many moves up the price a little bit. So then I waited. A couple more people sold into the pool. I went and bought some more. Um, it's because I've done the work up front. I've decided that for me, $35 is a price I'm happy to be in this one for. Even though this currently says 3401, if you click on the buy order and calculate the slippage, like if I was going to buy 10 more tokens, um, we'll click preview and see what it says as far as slippage goes. But it's probably going to be, get me really, yeah, 62 cents. So now 34.78. It's getting me just really close to that 35. And I think my current, my average basis right now is lower than that. So I'm going to wait until a couple more people sell and then maybe pick up some more. One other thing I did want to mention is in when you're using these now, you have to be careful. They change the way the fees are displayed. So this looks like there's only $10 in fees, but if you look at your total, it should be $347.80 plus this doesn't equal that, right? Well, it's because there are other fees. There's the processing fee, operating reserve, market lending fee. This one is only because I have the credit card option selected right now. But Lofty decided, yeah, we don't want to show those in this view because people are accusing us of charging 8.5% fees when we're really not, right? Some of that's coming from the market lending thing, which is the liquidity pool. Some of it's just a reserve contribution, and so in any case, they changed the way that is. So you got to be careful looking at that. But I just wanted to mention that. But really, the whole tip today is just look out for when these liquidity pool open, and those first day of trading seem to have pretty big swings. And I think that you could have probably been on either side of this. I've actually at one point this price has already moved up high enough that I could have sold the ones that I bought, the cheapest ones that I bought for a profit already. But it would have been, just a couple of bucks and not really worth it, because even though the token swing was pretty big, when you add in the fees, it becomes not so much. But that's it for today. I just wanted to share that tip, right? If you found a property that you're really interested in, just keep an eye open for when a new liquidity pool opens up for it. Know your price point ahead of time. And so then, if there are some nice wild swings that day, you can just be in there, picking them up when it's the price you want, and maybe even giving some back if they, depending on how big the swing is. It's really not what I'm doing on this one, though. I'm trying to accumulate a bigger position, but making sure that I'm staying under that $35. And just remember though, just because that's the price I picked for me, it doesn't mean it's a good deal for you at that price. You want to do your own due diligence, think about your own risk tolerance, um, decide what you're really looking for as far as the return compared to your timeline and your risk. And it's I just want to make sure it's clear. Anytime I'm buying these and I'm like, oh, I'm excited about this deal, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily a good deal for you. And it may turn out to not be a good deal for me either, but only time will tell. In any case, until next time, I'm going to keep making mistakes so that you don't have to.